What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? No, he doesn't even know what it's called. What's it called? What's it called?
Well,
What's up, you fuck?
it's so funny to say. Like we immediately like, where are we gonna record in the park? It's like, like, there's
away.
kids blowing on pinwheels and
Totally.
get dandelions in their hand.
Right behind, so this is our last, we said this before, so it probably isn't, but this is our last park episode ever, and we'll tell you why in a minute. We're very excited
Oh, we're
about what's happening in our lives. But we are in a park. We're in Griffith Park in Los Angeles. Sorry.
Yes.
I know that place is a little weird for you.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, everyone's fake here.
Everyone's fake, but not at Griffith Park.
Because of the movies. No, everyone here is real.
Yeah.
And you can't, yeah, so we're recording. We're about to say fuck a bunch. And right behind the camera, you can't see, but right behind the camera, like Caleb was saying, there's kids with pinwheels. There's lots of bubble machines.
I'm not kidding at all or exaggerating. There's around 10 trash cans visible for some. There's so many trash cans.
There are kids just giggling and just really ready to have their perspective ruined by
There's
adults
3
using
quinceañeras.
profanity.
There's a bar mitzvah.
Totally. We actually deflated a bouncy house to be where we are right now. Yeah. We were like, get out of here. I don't give a shit if you're 15. Fuck off, idiot. And, so we had to fight a Mexican dad.
Yeah, we lost.
Yeah, miserably.
Turns out me and Dave forgot we can't fight.
Yeah, we can't fight, and we're afraid of men. Women, too, but
yes.
men more. And
I'm afraid it's about equal for me now.
Really?
Because I know a man is likely to kick my ass.
But a woman could.
Woman's less likely, but I also will lose against a woman.
Regardless,
Because
yeah.
I know I can't. I could never bring myself to even have a good. It'd be hard to even like push a woman. You know?
Sure.
I'd be like, I'd feel like Stephen Miller.
Sure. Right. Well,
Maybe pushing ladies.
Well, and no one wants that. No one wants to
No.
feel like Stephen Miller.
No,
or
not even
for anyone who feels like Stephen Miller to be around.
And we are talking about the Joker, the Smoker, and the Midnight Toker.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the bald Nazi.
We call
from
him
Santa
Stephen
Monica.
Miller. I call it the Stephen Miller Band.
The Stephen Miller Band.
Wow.
We're
the
not
most upsetting band of all
we're not
time.
on a first name basis. Those people that call him Marty Scorsese, like
Exactly.
like they went to Boy Scouts together.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Marty?
Marty Scorsese finally got his Oscar. And, yeah.
You talking about Frankie Ford Coppola? Is that what you talking about? Who are you talking?
You talking about Donnie T, the racist prez?
Steven Spielzy B.
Yeah, totally.
Talking about Stevie's.
The moon? M-Dog?
Yeah, I'm kind of close with the moon.
My dad's the moon. And,
Wow.
wow. Squirrels are chasing each other right above us.
I thought there was an earthquake. I thought it was the big one, and the tree was telling us.
I live in fear.
Dude, I watched Hereditary last night.
Oh, why?
I didn't tell you.
It's so scary.
Someone told me it was good. One of my friends told me it was good.
It is good, but it's scary.
I watched it a little late, and it was dark.
Uh-huh.
You know, and I like to watch movies with a flickering candle and the lights off.
Sure.
Which I didn't know was like the plot point of the movie was that's when the demon gets you. And I don't even think that's real. Obviously, I don't think it's real.
Oh, yeah, it's fiction, the movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not a documentary. And also, Ouija boards are pretend.
Sure.
Even in the movie, they're like, put your hand on a glass. We both put our hands on it and move it if you're in here. And it's like, couldn't they do it without your hands if it was real?
Right.
It just happens to be your hand is on it. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Yeah, but boy, it was.
It's terrifying.
I made it. I could do 30-minute chunks, and then I would watch like Brian Regan clips, just because I was just like, my heart rate really was. It is a good horror movie.
Now I just want to see Brian Regan in a horror movie. Who's moving the cup?
Oh,
I'm.
who's
Did you move
the cup? Oh, your hand's on it too. I forgot your
how
hand was on.
convenient. You asked it a question. You can answer with a cup.
Yeah. Yes or no question. Yeah, and if it's yeah, then just don't do anything. Don't do anything if it's a maybe. No, but I couldn't. It was so tense for so long. There's no comic relief. There's not even
Yeah.
It's just pedal to the metal, dread and fear.
A lot of his modern horror movies. I mean, the thing is that like, genres like that are big that have existed for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think especially that one because I mean, this is obviously just theories. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about with anything. But horror is like a genre of film that's been around a really long time.
Yes.
And people love it, like nerd out about it. Sci-fi, I think, is like this too, and fantasy is getting there. Where like it's been around so long, and people get so obsessed with it that obsessed people who have nerded out about it their whole life make the movies. So it's like not only are they able to make them well in a film sense, but they're able to make them as fucking scary as they want.
Oh, and they're getting so scarier.
Dude.
It's wild how scary because I remember the first time I realized what scares me the most, and it's not gore.
No. It's impending doom.
Impending doom and someone just looking at you that you didn't think was going to... Like, you ever seen the old Dracula where he's just standing in the yard watching someone who wants their blood?
Right.
And it's just night, and he's just standing, like, you're like 200 yards away, and he's just looking at you calmly and, like, firmly, like, going to kill you soon.
Right.
That so much in Hereditary. It just... Especially when they're smiling, they're standing, and you're just like, whoa. And you see them look, Rear Window does it where it's someone far away just looking at you, and they see you. Oh, my God. Being seen, there's nothing worse than being seen, I think. It really gives me the willies, and it's more than someone chasing, even. It follows. You just see someone far away.
Dude, It Follows is, I will say, I think It Follows is my favorite horror movie.
It's so good.
I tend to not love horror movies because... gore just really is unsettling to me.
It doesn't frighten me. It just makes me go like, ugh.
Yeah, I'm like a weakling in that way, I guess. Or maybe I'm better than you. Who knows?
Well, if you really liked it, then that's weird too.
Sure.
I love the sight of blood. People never
blood
say
is
that.
good.
I like the sight of it.
Yeah. Broken bone. I like to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, a lot of people are fans of that, so fucking whatever. Who knows?
Yeah, I love it. It's
what was I saying, though? Fucking
nerds, the sci-fi fantasy, they grew up with it, they make it, it's really scary.
No. So It Follows. Yeah. So It Follows, I love, and I since I'm not, like, a big horror fan because, like, yeah, gore doesn't do it for me, and also just sort of, like, extreme fear, like something that actually... creating a movie that fills me with such dread that I feel bad. I don't want that. And I know a lot of people get off on that and love that, but I don't. And then I saw It Follows, and It Follows is a movie filled with like tension and fear and dread, but also it's so creatively made and it's so like artfully done that I look at that movie and I'm like, why would you not want to make that?
Yeah,
why
it's awesome.
is your point in making a horror movie to make me feel bad? I feel bad when I watch. Hereditary just made me feel bad. And Saw movies are like, I didn't see the new one.
Lord.
But that I'm just like, imagining being in. You know what's a horror movie to me? Is Meet the Parents. Have you seen Meet the Parents?
Yes.
I hate that fucking movie. I hate that movie. And people love that movie. And it's because, I hate the movie because there's nothing this guy can do to catch a break or have anyone be nice to him. No one's nice to him, and he's being fucked with, and he's telling everyone he's being fucked with, and no one believes him. That's my nightmare. That's just as much a nightmare to me as Saw, and it's why I hate Saw. It's like these people just showed up, they just woke up, and they like, I don't know, they like stole money from your grandma, or whatever the fuck you are mad at them for, and why you're a toy talking to them on a broken TV. You're like a toy riding a tricycle on a TV, and you're mad that they cheated on their wife 10 years ago or something.
Right.
And so you're going to cut their kneecaps off and make them, like, chase each other.
Yeah, the motive is odd.
And that seems like, I just feel like I've never cheated on my wife, and I never will. but but like, I just feel like these are human things, and there's so many premises of horror movies where it's just like that could be me, and everyone just has agreed, fuck me, and that's. I think I'm going on a little rant here. Sorry, Caleb. I've like kind of dominated the past 2 minutes, but it's kind of, I think, what depression is to me. You have depression, right? And if your depression is like mine, then you believe that this is the Truman Show and it's all a big joke of which you are the punchline.
Yes.
And then when you go to sleep, everyone in the whole world gets on their group chat and they're like, fuck him, right? What a loser. And that's why people cut you off on the highway, because they know it's you.
Oh,
and that's
man.
why
the idea that there's a group chat with 6 billion people in it, and you're the only one.
Oh, man.
The toddlers are in this group chat.
All of them, dude. Yeah, that's the thing. Nowadays, kids nowadays, it's different than when I was a kid. When you're 2 years old, you get an iPhone, you get a Facebook account, and you get added to the group chat that thinks Dave Ross is a fucking loser. The first 3 words you learn are Dave and Ross and sucks.
It would be funny if there was like a group of teenage dudes in Kentucky, and they had a podcast called "Fuck Dave Ross." And you'd be like,
man.
What? You imagine?
Can I
There's
just
a
say,
podcast
I
called
just need
Fuck
to
Dave Ross?
cut this off at the beginning, at the knees here, and say that that is a funny joke and a funny thing we're talking about, but if you do that, I will be upset. Do not do that. Do not
Start a podcast called Dave Ross. Give me. Can't get enough Dave.
Give me some Dave.
Are you talking Dave? You Dave?
Matter of fact, we have a podcast that still doesn't have a name, and we've been doing it almost a year.
That's
Maybe
right.
we'll call it that. Our podcast is called Give Me Some Dave Ross.
Give me some Dave Ross.
Really, that's what all doing any comedy is. It's give me, or it's like, do you want some of me? That's the actually, fuck, dude. Maybe that's what I'll call my next album.
You want some of me?
Do you want some of me?
You can start. You know how Eminem would start the track, be like, "There's no snare in my headphones." You'd be like, let's turn that Dave up.
Yeah.
Every track, you're like, "Oh shit, you want some Dave?"
Or, dude, what if I put out an album called You're Welcome?
I like that.
I feel like that's
You're welcome.
You're welcome. I mean, has Bill Maher not put out a fucking
Not sorry.
Not sorry, I'm
Because
here.
he wouldn't even say you're welcome. He would say he'd have to say it shitty, like hold your applause. Like he could never.
Sure, yeah. This next performer needs no introduction. It's me, Bill.
It's me.
Yeah.
We were talking right before we started about how like imagining him as a kid.
Yeah. Man, that was a good riff Caleb had about how
He's never.
Bill was always smug, even as a child. Oh, yeah, unwrapping Christmas presents, right. Wow, a fire truck, Dad? Really? Oh, wow. Okay, Mom. A PS1.
like he's got like a holster and a cowboy hat on and in the front yard, and he's like, I guess I'm a cowboy.
I think there's a reason they called it the OK Corral. This is not a great corral.
And that's his idea
of being in the Old West. Yeah.
It's not the great corral.
Yeah. That is the exact joke that piece of shit would make.
Oh, I know.
He's got it. I can almost guarantee you, I've never watched his stand-up. I refuse to. I never will, because I just hate him. But he made a movie called Religulous. He had another stand-up special that I saw a billboard for where the tagline was, risking it all, one last time.
He has one called Whiny Little Bitch.
Yeah,
he has one called
yeah.
I think he has one called like Jokes of Mass Destruction. They're all bad.
He's got one called Is That a Banana in My Pocket, or Am I Just Happy to See Me? He's got one called I Got a Boner for Young People.
Can't say anything anymore.
Yeah. You ever noticed how Ralph Nader
Oh, Oh, I hate this joke so much already.
And King Tut have never been in the same room at the same time. That guy is old. New rule, Ralph Nader: get a new face. Just like shut up, dude. You're like if Joan Rivers sucked and thought she was great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The only reason Joan Rivers is a genius is she's sad.
Right.
That's not true. She's a genius, but it like she's the butt of her own joke a lot of the time. And you can't be
Yes.
like a cunty joke writer if the whole thing you do is like, wow.
You feel that earthquake today? It was my cock.
Right.
What? And he says it with a big smile, like he.
God, I hate him so much. Next month is Bill Maher month here at What's It Called? And,
That's right. Keep a lookout.
But here's the thing: we are delaying a week next week because before Bill Maher month.
Hell yeah.
It's Office Week. And these are, by the way, every single time we come up with one of these things, it is annual. So What's the Day is annual now. Office Week is annual, and so is Bill Maher month.
Yes.
Office Week is annual for several reasons. Or Office Week is happening for several reasons. The first is, and this is the actual only reason, is that Caleb and I got an office.
Yeah.
I signed the lease.
Yep.
We paid for an office.
Yes.
That's why this is our last park week. We
hate to see it go. We hate to see it
are
go.
paying rent on an office for reasons that are legitimate. Like, we legitimately need one. It's not only stupid. It's only partially stupid that we're doing it.
It's very smart, but what we're doing is dumb.
I mean, stupid in a good way, like in the sense that, like, you know, your slapsticky friend in high school that would like fall down just to make you laugh. It's that kind of stupid.
Yes.
But also, we legitimately do need a place to record, and I'm about to be traveling a lot, and Caleb already is. And so we need our own fucking place.
And I've been fantasizing about having an office since I heard of them. I remember being a tiny little kid in second grade, like drawing pictures of myself as an adult.
Totally.
And I had a car and a house, and I had a briefcase, and I was going to the office, baby. And
we were just talking about this. I am pretty sure I'm going to wake up in the morning, shower, and go to the office.
Oh, I'm going to start shaving my face.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to smoke a cigarette while I do it.
Absolutely.
And then
I'm going to start shaving my chest.
I'm going to beat my kids and go to work.
Yeah.
Like a man.
Yeah. It's going to be just like Mad Men.
Yeah, I'm going to drive drunk everywhere.
Yeah, I'm going to drive drunk. I'm going to smoke a pack a day. We're going to smoke in the office. We're not going to have it very long.
No.
We're going
to break everything that was on that lease we signed.
It's going to be both Mad Men and that movie about Motley Crue at the same time. So we're going to furnish our office. Then we're going to smoke a bunch of cigarettes in there. We're going to throw the computer out the window. And then we're going to get kicked out.
It's going to be great. You know what else I'm excited to do? There's so many things I've wanted to say in my life, which is I'm on my way to the office. I'm sorry, I'm still at the office. Working late.
Totally.
And then I want to go, after we're done here at the office, you want to grab a beer?
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't that sound fun?
Finally, happy hour will make sense.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to loosen my tie.
Dude, also now, if we drink during the day, it's cool because we're just drinking at work.
Right. We're workaholics.
Totally. Totally. If you're addicted to drugs, it's all right if you have a job.
Oh, absolutely. We're the wolves of Podcast Street.
We already decided we're going halvesies on a fridge.
Damn right.
And we're going to fill it with beer. I've been meaning to plug,
we
by
are
the way.
looking for a beer sponsor.
I am literally going to reach out to, I want to say, first of all, I was just on the road for a month and a half, and we talked about it the past few episodes. Actually, I guess I've really been on the road like 2 months.
Yeah, a lot.
Dude, I did Star Bar in Atlanta.
How was it?
I haven't done it in 3 or 4 years. Fuck, dude, it's still the best.
It's the greatest thing in the world.
It's the best.
The absolute best.
And
get your vaccine and a pack of cigarettes and go to Star Bar, everybody.
Yeah, totally. Tell Rodney we say hi.
Best show in Sean Patton used to say was best show in the country.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. Rodney literally told me when I met him years ago. I was like, Rodney? And he goes, Rodney's my name, but punk, so Rodney. He said that. And I was like, you never hear someone who's punk be like, well, punk, so obviously That's why my name is Dirt Scab, because I'm punk.
And Rodney is the most punk dude.
He's punk as fuck, dude.
He's the coolest punk.
He's like
the
90 years
greatest.
old, but he looks 15.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
He dresses like a leprechaun every year for St. Patrick's Day and does not change what he usually wears. He's the coolest guy. Check out Rodney.
It's every Monday night, Star Bar in Atlanta.
check
It's
it
back
out.
up
Free.
and kicking.
It's the best show in the world. I can't wait to do it again.
So yeah. Anyway, I mean, we have recorded since my trip to New York, and I talked about it a little. But my point is, I've been traveling a lot for 2 months. I met a bunch of you. I want to meet more. I did a bunch of great shows. I love it so much. And so just thank you, everyone who came out, and I hope to see more of you in the future if you couldn't make it or whatever. And one of the places I performed, which is always one of my favorite places, is Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Oh, hell yeah.
And they have a new place they're putting shows on, which is at Southern Prohibition Brewing. And they gave me a bunch of beer after this show we sold out. That was so fun. Dude, you know what's on the wall in the performance space in Southern Prohibition Brewing?
Ooh.
A 2-size painting, like the painting from Ghostbusters 2 that is the villain.
That's a great painting.
It's the same size, and it's next to where you perform. So it's just like it seems like you're going to die.
Right.
It's like the Carpathian, that fucking guy.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
It's
That's awesome.
It's a crazy, beautiful room with a bunch of great shit in it. Anyway, and it's called Southern Prohibition Brewing, and they gave me a bunch of their beer, and the beer is great. Look them up, especially if you're in the South, because they don't distribute too far yet. But I just love them, and they were really hospitable, so I wanted to make sure I let you know to try them out. Yeah.
We would love to have them as a sponsor. Wouldn't that be fun?
I'm gonna literally email them and be like, "Do you want to sponsor? What's it called?"
Yeah. I was about to say tweet at them that they should sponsor us, but don't.
Please don't do that.
Don't
yet.
do that.
I'm gonna do that between now
Wait,
and next episode.
Hold off on that.
And then we'll tell you when.
Yeah.
And then let's unleash hell on these pieces of shit. God, I hate them, dude. Garbage.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait to have a beer in an office, man. It's gonna be so cool.
Man.
I'm gonna bring a sleeping bag and sleep there every night.
Absolutely. We got 2 recliner chairs.
Oh hell
We're
yeah.
gonna be one of those podcasts, you know?
You know what we could do on the Patreon? Be like, here's a tier. We'll hang something up behind our heads. Well, then people might put a swastika.
Ooh,
like
what?
they could pick something we'd put a decoration in the office.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, as long as it's not a swastika.
Ah.
Whoa.
The fuck was that? Was it anything? Did anything happen?
Oh, dude, I tell you that I got.
I felt something touch my
That's
arm.
why you got to watch the video. You'll see what bit Dave, and you're not gonna believe it. It
Hey,
was Steph.
hold that thought real quick. You were going to say something, but welcome to What's It Called?
Welcome.
Thanks so
We
much.
love you so much. It feels like a million years since we recorded.
I know. It was 2 weeks for us. Maybe 3?
Yeah.
I think it was 3. Fuck, dude.
Crazy.
What's it called? .rodeo is our website. All the links for everything. Our Patreon, of which where we put up bonus episodes every week, is there if you want more of us. Also links to our YouTube, links to our Twitters and Instagrams. What's it called? .rodeo. Also, our email is whatthehellisitcalled@gmail.com. We've been traveling so much, we haven't really been able to look in there or in our Patreon messages, but we love you so much and always love reading your messages so much and love all your
they
feedback.
warm my heart.
So I very much, we are excited to read everything you've wrote to us, and I'm sorry it's taken a month to look at them, but we're going to very soon.
Yeah, we're going to be shouting the hell out of you and shouting and shouting.
Yeah, we're going to shout at you.
We're going to shout at you. Give us your address. We'll
got
come
more
yell at you.
Yeah, that's we're in the park.
We'll
and
yell
so
a
we
whole
just-
episode in your window if you want.
Yeah.
Throw that address in the DM.
We've been doing that. That's actually why we're in the park. We got evicted from our apartments for harassing our neighbors.
That would be so funny. We do one episode in the office, get evicted, back in the park, and we're like,
oh boy.
Boy, having an office is hard.
Yeah, dude.
Hard.
And the listeners are just like, what did they do? Who are these guys? Because, what do you have to possibly do to lose an office?
Right.
Our office is so small. It's 200 square feet, I think. I don't think they care about us even a little bit.
No.
It's also post-COVID and an old building, and Caleb hasn't been there yet. I can't wait to show you. It's like pretty desolate in there. So like it's cool too because since it's a small office, it's part of a big executive suite. So we have only our little office.
Yeah.
But we have access to a break room and a conference room.
What?
I know.
We're
and we have to like
real men.
reserve times.
Oh,
But like,
dude.
we should have meetings for no reason in the conference room.
That's all that happens in there anyway. Why are ours less important than theirs?
Oh my God! Maybe that'll be something we do in the Patreon.
Yes.
We have a board meetings.
Meetings. I want to have a meeting with Clayton English. And
Oh, dude.
Just
Where
a
we
meeting.
interview. We were thinking that since we have an office, we might be now legitimate enough of a business.
Yeah.
I mean, we make money. We have output. This is our career, and we now have an office. I think we might actually be able to give college credit to a kid who would be our intern.
If you're a college kid, you're looking for some credit. I don't know. Drop his line. You know what else we could do?
If your major is like dying young, we can get you some college credit.
If you planning to die young,
Yeah, totally.
I love it too. We could have a work phone. I can't wait.
Dude, they provide a phone
you
line
shitting
for
me?
us if you want. Also, dude,
A work phone? I've been seeing that. I had to fill so many things out that said work phone, and I had to just go, oh, I don't know.
they manage it for you. Like the phone number is to the building, and then we have an extension. Also,
Dog.
here's the thing
Yes.
I love. It's a work address. I've already shipped mail to it.
Dude, how dope would it be to actually be able to say, call in?
Yeah. Oh
Let
my
us know.
God.
Call in.
Right. Right.
That's so cool.
Wow.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm literally, this is like Christmas and What's a Day all in one.
Oh.
It's the best day of my life.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so we're going to have so much fun office stuff. We're going to rename the office. We're going to name our office. We need your help. You're the best. We love you so much. And what a life we got here.
I'm excited, too, to, like, we've been traveling. We've just sort of been, we've been going, I don't know what I want to say. It's hard to, I don't want to say going through the motions, but traveling so much, it's been hard to focus on the show. We've been doing it just how we've been doing it.
Right.
And I really, like, this is, I don't know about y'all listening, but I think this is the best thing ever made. And
No, I legitimately think it's I know I enjoy doing this podcast as much as I enjoy watching Seinfeld or watching The Office. Like, I just enjoy doing it so much.
I laugh the same amount doing this podcast as I do watching The Simpsons.
Right. So to me, I'm like,
Which must mean that we're funnier than Conan O'Brien.
yeah. And
'Cause
Homer.
He didn't write every episode of The Simpsons.
Because
And
he was lazy.
Right. Well, he's so tall, he gets real tired, and he's got to lay down.
His heart can't reach his feet.
Yeah, totally. The amount of water you got to drink to pump blood all the way to your toenails when you're that tall. Also, how much hairspray do you have in your hair, huh?
Yeah.
Idiot?
Let's take him down a peg. After
Yeah.
Bill Maher month, we got Conan month.
We're like Team No, you know, Nonin.
How funny would it be now that he's retired to force him to host the Tonight Show? Take it away from Jimmy Fallon and make Conan go.
Dude,
Stop hanging out with your kids.
Go
to work.
When he lost,
Go to work, Conan.
when he lost the Tonight Show, how great would it have been if when he started his own show, he called it the Co-Night Show. Just the bitchiest.
That's like we named it.
Yeah,
The
totally.
Co-Night Show.
So anyway, we're back. I don't even know what focusing means. We got The Office. I just want to do more with this show.
Yeah.
It's the best. Rate us and review us on iTunes and Stitcher and wherever you get your
Yes,
podcasts.
we need more ratings and
No
more
pressure.
stars.
Life is tiring and work
it
is
is.
hard. And, if you don't want to, lay down. But we would love it if
it
you
helps
had a
us
second.
out a lot. And tell a friend and
Tell your
spread
friends.
the word.
Share it on social media. And next week is Office Week. And then that'll lead right into Bill Maher month. And
Boy, next thing you know, it'll be our 1-year anniversary.
yeah, totally. And that's in November?
Yeah, sometime in November.
Yeah, totally.
Well, we'll plan something big. Just you wait.
What's giving?
Well, that was quick. It's going to be called What's Giving?
Yeah, what's giving, and that leads straight into What'smas.
What'smas.
And then What Year's Day?
What day is what day? What year's day? What year's day?
Hey,
Oh, it's gonna be great. This is gonna be the best year of our lives. And,
Totally. And I don't know when Ismail Lutfi's birthday is, but we're gonna celebrate that too.
Yes.
How funny would it be if we never have him on, but just talk about him constantly?
Oh, he's like Maris.
Yeah.
The
Totally.
bottom half of Wilson's face. Everybody's like, "Is Ismail real?" And we go, "Yes."
Ismail Lutfi, he's like the bottom half of Wilson's face.
Like, oh, they're like, "Oh, you mean the very good stand-up I'm already aware of?" Yes, that's our.
Yeah. It's like 30 years from now. You mean the comedian who's way more famous than you?
Yeah, and they're like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Yeah, check out Ismail, funniest guy in the world. I'm so happy. Things are going good.
One of the best things that's ever happened to me is Ismail telling me that his wife loves our
Right.
podcast.
Shout out to Claire Lutfi.
Claire Lutfi, what's up? We're going to have you on before Ismail.
That's
despite
right.
the fact that you are not a performer. Or is she? She's not, right? I don't think she is.
Well, she'd be a good guest, and we should have her on, and then have Ismail in the background, like out of focus, like tied to a chair.
This might not be funny if you're not a comedian, but it's just sort of like he's like one of our best friends,
Yeah.
truly,
And one
a
of the
great
best
comic,
comedians in the
and we
world.
know he listens with his wife. And when you're a performer, you want to perform on things, and you especially want to perform on your friends' things because
Right.
it's like the most fun thing.
Yeah.
So it's just sort of really funny to imagine that we keep bringing him up in this industry where we all want to be promoted and public and doing stuff, but then we just don't let him for no reason.
Oh, he's our Matt Damon. Kimmel always did that. Sorry, Matt Damon ran
there
out
you
of time.
go. Yeah.
Ismail's our Matt Damon.
Totally. He's here. Yeah, we'll have him next week.
Hell yeah.
Simon Gibson, too.
Yeah.
I got that cut out. That's the first thing going up in the office.
Oh, you bet your sweet ass it is.
We've had like 8-10 video episodes with no Simon in the background.
Yeah,
That's a
they're
little
not as
fucked
good.
up.
They're not as good
They're not
without
as good.
Simon looking over us.
Yeah, totally.
Damn.
Going shabba-ba-ba-ba-ba or whatever he says. Yeah, there you go. That's better.
That's a good Simon. Check him out. That's a very good, accurate Simon.
Simon Gibson. Can't wait for him to get married so we can have his wife on first.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
Oh, my God. So this week, we're
boy.
renaming. I think this might be my favorite one we've come up with. It was
Oh, I'm so
Caleb's.
excited.
At Caleb's urging, he really hounded me about it.
Oh, yeah. I shook him awake at 4 a.m.
Yeah, we sleep together.
I threw cold water on his face, and I rang a dinner triangle.
He put my hand in a bowl of warm water, and I peed my pants. And that's how I found out about this idea for an episode. He was like, England.
Yeah, England.
Renaming England. And I think I like this one the most because we get to be racist in a socially acceptable way.
Yeah, but it's like making fun of your brother. You know, like
Yeah.
like you're a lot like.
Oh, I think it's good.
I love it.
It's not
so
really
fun.
racism when it's England.
England feels like self-deprecating. I'm like, they're not even. They don't get to be. You just take it. You just take it.
Oh, they're white. They're
Right.
white and rich. It's
If
not
we can
real.
make fun of white trash, we can make fun of England.
I truly shouldn't even call it racism, but we are going to, in
Yes.
the succeeding 15 or so minutes, shit all over a country and its people.
I've even had. I love hearing British because they seem to enjoy it too. They're like, hey, it's funny. It makes
Oh,
me
yeah.
laugh.
We shit on England a lot, and we got emails from some Brits.
They're calling us a bunch of knobs.
Yeah,
and
sure.
wankers.
It's great.
It's so funny.
Yeah, well, I hope you can fucking wank off in your lorry, you fucking piece of shit. Yeah. Take the lift up to your flat and fuck yourself. How about that?
I was in me flat. I was in me flat, waxing me knob, listening to what's it what.
Oh,
With
man.
Davy Rossington.
Man, if you're in the UK, listen to this. God, tell everybody. Tell the Queen. all I want is for the Queen to listen to our podcast. Let's rename the Queen.
Oh, yeah, the Queen.
We should rename the Queen and England, so then we can have the blank of blank at the end of this episode.
The blank of blank.
What's
the Queen? How about the...
Yeah. What is a queen?
A queen is like a... she's like... Because she's not in charge of England.
Right.
She's like the host.
Yeah, that's funny.
She's like...
yeah, it's like the first person you talk to at Chili's is like...
Welcome to England. We have some jalapeno poppers.
Yes.
That are...
Totally.
You get a free margarita with your jalapeno.
Darling, if you could bother Parliament for just a moment. We have...
fried chicken tacos.
Potato bacon bombs. They're new on the new menu. Yeah, the Queen is like if money were a person, right? It like is famous by nature of existing, but doesn't really do anything. And at one point was in charge, but really now it's banks are in charge. That was like a bad metaphor, but part of it was real.
Well, kings and queens, modern kings and queens are just like a walking crown case. Like, this is just so the crown's not on the ground. We'll put it on your head, and you get to wave while you wear it. Because it's really, there's no point. So you're very, what do you call, what are they, maitre d's?
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, I see
what do you call them?
They're like the brand ambassador of England.
Yes. A brand ambassador.
Yeah. That's actually really accurate. So let's rename England, and then the Queen is the brand ambassador of...
Perfect.
Yeah,
the
totally.
brand ambassador.
Yeah. So I got some ideas for names of England. Here we go.
Yeah.
Cookie soccer. How about that? That's what it's actually called.
Cookie soccer.
Cookie
the brand
soccer.
ambassador of
Yeah.
cookie soccer. Dude, it's so funny because cookie soccer is so similar to all the names I wrote down.
Really?
That's the kind of the formula that I ran with.
I do also, for the record, want to say that's
Cookie
like
soccer.
a classic joke.
Cookie soccer.
That's like a real, if you're listening not in America, maybe what you don't know is all of the stereotypes you've ever heard of Americans, and at this point we all have the internet, probably. Mm-hmm. But just in case, all of the stereotypes of Americans, of us like hating the French because they don't work or whatever, and being mad at England because biscuits are cookies and football is soccer. That's real. Those are real American people.
Yes.
It's not an exaggeration. There is a sizable percentage of this country, I would say upwards of 40% of us think those people are douchebag animal losers, but those douchebag animal losers are in the majority,
right.
And they do think really inane, dumb shit like the words you say are wrong and an entire country is lazy and that Donald Trump is a worthwhile president and all sorts of fun shit like that.
Right.
If they don't think Donald Trump is a worthwhile president, they think Joe Biden is. Think about that. Think about how it was all of our elections are divided, but what we're not divided on is that either of those people we should vote for.
Yeah.
That's what's really crazy.
It is nuts.
Joe Biden is like if a puddle could talk, and just like if a puddle could talk and kill people, and just like a murderer. They're all murderers who lie, and we're all like, yeah, it's awful. Anyway, England, yeah, fuck them. They have a queen. Give me a break.
The queen.
We're at a point now in the podcast where Caleb prepares, and I don't. And I want to say one more thing about that. I'm not gonna.
Hey.
I refuse.
Don't.
But Caleb does have a list, and I want to hear it.
Oh, I'm very excited. I wrote these right as we were setting up. Very excited. What'd you say? Cookie soccer?
Cookie soccer.
Well,
yeah.
a lot of these are very similar. So I got Pollywog Hobgoblin Cabin.
I'd say that's both similar and the opposite, because cookie soccer is just taking two American things that England has a different word for.
Cookie
obviously.
soccer. Well, if you
And
say
being
the
like
accent.
that. But what you're doing is like putting two things together that are like sound British.
Right.
Like
Pollywog
pollywog.
Hobgoblin
Yeah,
Cabin.
pollywog. Yeah, I love that idea that only in England do fish have children.
That's such a great sentence. Only in England do fish have
This
children.
is the only place on the planet where fish have babies.
I always
Have
I
you ever
just
been to
imagine
Manchester?
I think the first time I heard a British accent was in Mary Poppins, and
Sure.
it's Dick Van Dyke doing
The worst.
the absolute. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
like he has 8 quarters in his mouth.
The entire country of the United States thought all British people sound like Mary Poppins until the movie Snatch.
Right.
And then that's when we all started to be like, oh, wow. They all rhyme all the time. Like everyone's always rapping.
Yeah.
Like Cockney is just like if you're stupid and a rapper, right?
And you called it Cockney. It's impossible
Right.
to even like Cockney. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it.
He hit me right in the park place.
He
I mean-
smacked me in the kippers, you Cockney bastard.
Do you know about what I'm talking about with Cockney rhyme slang?
Yeah.
Make it. Park Place I made up, but I just love it.
Yeah.
I love it. The idea that we just all agree that if something rhymes with something, that means that now.
Oh, I
That's
love it.
great, dude.
What a
How much
fun-
free time do you have? I'm on the go, man. I got to get to the park and do my podcast. I can't be coming up with things that rhyme.
When the top of your hat curls up like a soup can, nothing makes you feel happier than a little rhyming slang.
Man,
you know?
that's true. It
When
is
you're-
funny how the movie Oliver was real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When you're
yeah.
warming your hands by a burning trash barrel, you really gotta come up with some rhymes to keep yourself
right.
happy. You know.
Right. When everyone that you know, both of the words in their name are just nouns. You know what I mean?
My name's Artful Dodger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone in England, their name is like Rob Desk. And it's just like, I'm James Tree.
That's right.
And,
My name's Timmy Tennis.
Jimmy Dennis.
me pop invented
Literally,
tennis ball.
One of my favorite one is John Major.
John
It's-
Major.
Yeah. Just could there be a more proper sounding name?
John
You know what I mean?
Major.
Yeah, my name's Gold General. Oh.
Okay, so I got a bunch more. that
Yeah,
I'll riffle through.
Pollywog
All right,
Hobgoblin.
We got Pollywog
Pollywog
Hobgoblin
Hobgoblin.
Cabin. We got Rumplemint's Scallywagistan.
Wow.
Fiddle Faddle Hat.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Tom Honky Walletville.
Okay.
We got Harpy Lark Fog Trollop.
Oh, sure.
Copper Waffle Hinnigans. Truffle Puppets. Ragamuffin Claptrap and Apple Scruffy Pumpkin.
Wow. Apple Scruffy Pumpkin, I think, is one of my favorite things I've ever heard, dude. Scruffy Pumpkin. That really, how did that, think about this. How, like, the way the whole world thinks of America is that we're just like, rootin' tootin' fucking, we gonna shoot you eating cheese and beef. I got some, that's right. I like movies where everyone dies. I like it when people get shot and people throw up. And I like Miller Lite and I don't like my wife and kids. I like, and then the stereotype of England is like, oh, hello, I like to eat crumpets and sit still. And
I've never had a feeling that I liked.
I've never once admitted the truth to
The
a
truth.
single person in my life.
I'll pick random letters to skip over an ad in words I know good and well aren't pronounced that way. I like to have a little fun with the language.
And then every now and then at the end of a sentence, I add a hard T to it. I lost the thread on that riff pretty early on. I gotta tell you, it's
threads?
fine. Whoa, is that a fucking eagle?
Whoa.
Right there.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, dude, it's a bald eagle. It's like, hey,
Oh, man.
quit talking shit.
When we looked, you can't see this, but just now when I looked to see where the eagle is, I see there's a lady over there, I guess trying to have a quiet, meditative time alone on
We're
her
all
little
yelling.
park blanket. We're over here like, hello. Hello. It'd be
that?
so funny if she was British.
Yeah, and she comes up, she's like,
She's just like, Jesus Christ.
shut your fucking mouth, eh? You don't shut your mouth right there. Fuck now, I'm gonna shove a crumpet in your asshole. Dude, I've gotten worse at accents as I get older. And I don't know if you noticed, I keep the thread at the beginning. Oh, fuck you. And then 10 seconds go by and I just can't.
Yeah.
Look, it's fine. It's how it's got to be. You know what I mean?
That is how
I'm
it has
just
to
me,
be.
and that's not going to change. But it's just funny how I can be like, oi! And then 5 seconds later, it just sounds like I'm from Kansas.
You know what I've started doing when I stub my toe or something? I used to just go, shit. That's what I used to do. Now I try to say every curse word till it feels better. Like I curse the whole time it hurts. I don't just go. I just go, shitty motherfucker.
Oh, wow.
I go. And it makes it feel better faster if you say them all. Say all the ones you can think of. That's just a little life hack.
I love it.
Say them all.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Do we do shout-outs or we read their Twitter suggestions?
I think that we should do shout-outs.
Shout-outs.
Next week.
Next week.
I just didn't have them ready. That's the reason I think that.
You're
Also,
going to shout your ass out if you join that Patreon.
look at that fucking thing. There's
That
like
is a
literally a fucking eagle right there.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
I don't think I've ever... They're like the size of a turkey.
I know, it's huge.
I'm a little frightened.
Yeah, if it comes any closer, I'm ending this episode and I'm leaving.
Oh, man.
It's looking at us now.
Oi.
Oi.
I'm a British eagle.
I'm not bald.
I'm not born.
I got a lot of fucking hair. But I also want to come up with some names.
Right.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Idiot. Just because I didn't write them down doesn't mean I don't have any.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. How about this for a name for England? Toilet. America's toilet. How about-
America's toilet.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Turd Island.
Turd Island's not bad.
Turd Island sounds good. Yeah, floppy turds. It does sort of sound like something British people would say. The Blob.
The blob. A blob.
The Blob.
The blob.
No, okay. Let's see. What is it? It was like
America's the baby.
it was
The baby.
an empire for a long time.
Yeah,
It
they were
was,
really bad.
They were in charge of us. They were. Yeah, I don't know. Old America.
Old America.
America Junior. America Senior.
America's dad.
America's dad.
America's papa.
Oh, that's fun.
It is crazy that they lost to us.
I know.
Isn't that wild? We had everybody had one tooth and a musket and
Totally.
lived in a barn and somehow we beat England and
It's also
isn't that
like
crazy.
We had a lot of help from the French, and that's interesting too.
Yeah, what was their deal?
Right. I think, yeah.
Yeah, why would they do that? I'm sure there's some of
'Cause
you
they
went
hate
to
England.
college and know stuff, but why would they help us?
Because they don't.
Just because fuck England?
Because fuck England, and because I'm sure that we did something for them.
Did we pay them off?
We gave them money. We gave them supplies. We gave them. Oh, actually, it might have to do with access to ports and shit like
yeah,
that.
ports. I always forget those are important.
We also
Rick Ross always talks about them.
didn't try to take Canada.
Right.
They just, which is interesting. And now we've reached the end of my knowledge. Also, I never had any knowledge at all. So
Right. But hey, that's why you tune into What's It Called. Wow, the squirrels are wilding out in that tree.
yeah,
Very fun. They're chipping and chirping. This is technically a live podcast. So.
I also do think that you're right that the name of England needs to have the sound ob and ump in it.
Ob-ump.
It's just like bobble ump, bobble ump, dump.
I love
yeah.
they call their giant clock Big Ben.
Big Ben.
Big Ben.
It's also like it's so old that their culture includes all this terrible shit. London Bridge is falling down. Could there be a worse song than that?
And they don't seem to update stuff the way we do. Like they still got the guards still have a big fuzzy hat for no reason. It's like we don't need that still.
Yeah.
You know, it's the 21st century.
Yeah. Oh man, can you believe how still this guy stands? Isn't that scary?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Man, that hawk. I think it's a hawk.
It's
just,
big. Whatever it is big.
It's just standing in mud, looking at us.
Wow.
Is there
We are
squirrels
in
chasing?
the shit out here.
Yeah, dude. There's trees. This is nice.
We got mud. We got trees, and squirrels, and
We
hawks.
got everything.
It's
Oh,
really
man.
insane.
Okay.
So ob and
Ob and yeah, bum.
unobtainium.
How about the butt?
The butt.
The world's butt. Yeah.
How about rumpus?
No, rump. Yeah, rumpus. That's good.
Crampy
yeah,
rumpus.
bumblebee.
Kralum.
Tums.
Bubblum dum tum.
Bubblum.
Bubblum dum tum.
Bubble Bobble. I think the brand ambassador of Bubble Bobble is
Bubble
what
the brand ambassador of Bubble Bubble.
We present to you the brand ambassador of Bubble Bobble. Yeah, and I don't know who that is. That's the King of England announcing the Queen of England showing up at WWE Raw or whatever.
Oh man.
Yeah, dude. Rumple. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have good ones for England.
Rumble dump jump.
Yeah. Hobble. Oh.
Now I'm thinking of it, Donald Trump sounds like a very British name, doesn't it?
Donald Trump. Donald.
Yeah, Donald
Fucking
and Trump.
Donald Trump. I'm gonna eat your face. That's dude. Bricktop. Have you seen Snatch?
I've not seen Snatch.
Really?
Never
Dude,
seen it.
we should watch Snatch. You're gonna love it.
Let's
There's
watch
a character
it.
called Bricktop.
Oh my god.
And he's just the craziest fucking. He's just fucking nuts. I'm gonna rip off your face and shove it in your asshole, or what? You know that type of like vicious British guy.
All those Guy Ritchie movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Those dudes. It's really insane.
Maybe a name for English: 15 bullets.
15 bullets.
15 bullets.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna turn your body into a soup. I don't know why.
How about Mumford and Sons? That's a
There-
good name for England.
Yeah, that's it.
Mumford and Sons.
Mumford and Dads.
Mumford and Daddies.
Mumford. I just feel like Mumford,
Mumford.
the brand ambassador of Mumford.
The bland ambassador of Mumford.
How about actually we call the queen Pumpkin? So and England is called Mumford, and she's the pumpkin
She's
of
the
Mumford.
pumpkin of Mumford. That's it. It's not getting better than that. The pumpkin of Mumford has
Hello.
just came down the chimney.
While I am 250 years old today, it has been my great pleasure to be your pumpkin of the great Mumford for all of those years.
The pumpkin of Mumford. That's good. That rolls off the tongue.
The pumpkin of Mumford.
It's got that
dude.
what's it called snappiness that we always enjoy.
The pumpkin of Mumford is.
I love it.
It feels accurate too. It feels like one of the names that she would have, because they all have a million names.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like the Great Duke, of Orkington, the Tree of the Ground. Everyone, give it up.
I'm
the
so
pumpkin of
glad
Mumford.
that we don't live in England. I just can't imagine. Once was a time when it mattered who the Duke was, and you had to be like, I'm going to open a
Jesus.
store. I guess we got to ask the Duke. Doesn't that sound just insane?
Yes.
The Duke.
Yeah, it's just like a legal gang.
Yeah, earls and dukes,
Totally.
lords.
And they're just like some shithead's nephew. So they get a castle.
Who's the duke around here?
Oh, man, who's the Duke? Yeah, and I'm sure so many conversations in bars were just like, who's the Duke around here? Oh, my God, it's Steve. He sucks.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to come on in here. He's
We
going
need to recall the duke.
The California recall is coming up September 14th. If you're
Don't
in,
forget.
look, I mean, a quick PSA, please vote in it.
Yeah, please.
If you're listening to this, I know some of y'all are conservative. I would imagine that though perhaps some of y'all are conservative, even the conservatives listening to this are like soft, good people, right? I believe that. If you're
if you like this podcast, you're awesome.
You've got to be a softie. You just have to be. And I think that liberals and conservatives can agree on some things. And I'm just saying, look, I have no judgment, but I speak to you as a liberal, to liberals and to conservatives who are softies, and actually probably liberals, but you just grew up in a conservative place. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Right? I really doubt someone's listening to this show like, keep immigrants out. Like, I really
Yeah,
doubt.
I agree.
And and if that's how you feel, fuck you. Quite frankly.
Yeah, and also, wow, what an interesting person you are that you're willing to sit through our soy
Inane.
boy cuck shit.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I do like the riffs. I do hate Muslims, but I love riffs from these
soft boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, all of y'all listening, I'm going to speak as a liberal about it, though I'm sure our opinions differ in some ways. Please vote in the recall if you're in California. And look, I'll never tell anyone what to do, but I really think that we should all vote no on the recall. And here's why. All the reasons that social media has said, I am probably just regurgitating those, but from all I can tell, our options are either keep Gavin Newsom, who I fucking hate and want to die.
Yes, and I wanna speak to this because this is one reason I think that we might end up screwed. Is because a lot of people on our team are walking around Emperor's New Clothes style. Pretending that this guy is good or competent or nice.
He's such a sack of shit.
He's a terrible man. He's a huge liar. He's embarrassing.
He's rich, which means he deserves to have his throat cut.
He's
And
a neoliberal fascist, but on the bright side, he's incompetent. So he's he just sucks in every way you can suck.
Totally.
And the only reason that I think you should vote no on the recall is because the other options are noticeably worse.
The way the recall elections work, which I didn't know, I thought, and honestly, I think this is the fucking trick of it, right? It seems like a recall election is you vote whether or not to recall this person. And honestly, if that were the only decision, I would vote yes. I would just vote yes. And then you would think that there would then be another election, and he is a lame duck governor until this emergency election happens with people on the ballot, and we all pick who our new governor is, right? And then there would be members of all sorts of parties on there, and there maybe DSA would have a candidate that I could vote for.
Yeah.
And there would be conservatives and liberals, leftists, fucking whatever. But that's not how it works.
Yeah,
it's you vote either
very
no on the
dumb
recall
system.
or you vote yes for a replacement candidate all fucking at once. And the only people on the ballot that have any traction at all are psycho fucking conservative lunatics.
And it's not even this. Look, Larry Elder, there are conservatives who I think would do maybe not what I prefer, but would do a competent job from the conservative perspective. But this dude wants to get rid of the minimum wage. And I don't know if you know this. Before we had a minimum wage, you know what they'll pay you if they don't have to? Is nothing.
Yeah.
People will pay you nothing. I don't think it's a good idea.
Jesus.
You need a law for the money. You really do.
I just really...
But yes, I would like Gavin Newsom to lose his job at some point. I think he's a bad dude. He's done a bad job.
We were talking about how it's so fucked up how this recall works that I have to, in order to be a good person and and make the right choice for my state, I have to validate this monster, which I truly think he's a monster. I think he's a monster.
Yeah, he sucks.
I think he abuses his power, just like Eric Garcetti and every other neoliberal asshole that dominates the Democratic Party at large. Dude, the eagle is right there now.
Wow.
He's like that. It's actually Gavin Newsom. He's an eagle during the day.
That's so funny. That would explain. Like he is very bird-like.
The sun comes up, he turns into an eagle. Yeah, he is. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, don't like him.
He's all hissing.
You know what it feels like, this recall? It's like if there was in the middle of Trump's presidency where they're like, all right, we're doing a recall for the president. You can vote. Keep him, and if you don't, then we'll replace him with the ghost of his dead dad. And I'm like, that sounds worse.
Yes.
That sounds somehow as the one thing that's worse.
Yeah, totally.
It's Trump or David Duke. All right, everybody go vote.
We're gonna recall
And I'm
Trump.
Like, no.
It's either we keep Trump or this gun that shoots cheese is president.
And look, I want to be clear about this. I was not a fan of Trump. I think I hate Gavin Newsom as much as I hated Trump because I think he's specifically in my environment fucked it up so bad and lied to me as a Californian.
Yes, it's also like
I can't stand this guy. So if you're worried that like, oh, I'm going to pretend he's got it. No, I think he sucks.
I will say that like on their face, neoliberals are better than conservatives and neocons, especially neocons, because like one big problem with Trump, right, was that he was the public face of our country. And so him, being like an obvious bigot validated bigotry. And so like it sort of galvanized psychopaths in this country to be open about their bigotry. And that's really bad. And that's
bad.
like the thing that Democrats don't do. They don't do that. So it's better. But I'm with you because aside from that, they're not really different. Like they're all rich. And yes, there are policies that are different and blah, blah, blah. I don't need to argue with anybody about that. I know that we all feel the same, and I'm speaking in like generalities now. But like they are rich, and they are drowned in corporate interests, and you can tell. And you can especially tell in the pandemic. I don't even know much about all this, but I do know that the homeless population grew by 60,000 in L.A., which is run by a Democratic mayor during a international emergency.
Yeah.
And they barely even tried.
Yeah.
To solve that problem. Nobody took it to the banks. It's just very frustrating. And I think what you're talking about, Caleb, is how like the Democrats do the exact same thing as the Republicans, except they do it couched in this tone of like, we're helping you. And we love gay people and put gay pride flags everywhere and write Black Lives Matter on the street.
Yeah.
But don't actually fucking do anything.
Right,
Make videos of yourself singing Imagine. Wear a dashiki and kneel, but don't actually fucking do any outreach or spend any money helping people. Though, I will say that the stimulus packages are bigger and better under Biden,
Right.
sure. And, there are more social programs. I'm just like...
Well, Democrats now just remind me of the Tim Robinson hot dog sketch where they're all going... You crashed through the wall in your hot dog car, and you're wearing the hot dog costume, and you're like, I don't know.
Right.
And it's like, dude, I live here. I know I can see all the results of you.
You've been talking this
and it
game
sucks.
for so long, and we know it's bullshit now.
Yeah. And the only reason I think he should keep his job is because right now it looks like the options are shitty Gavin Newsom or in the middle of a car crash, we're going to throw the keys to a talk show host, which I think is the only thing worse than Gavin Newsom keeping his job.
Right.
It's just, hey, Larry, I know you've been... That's like us. He has the same job as us. He
Right.
talks into a microphone.
Right. Dude, I was thinking about this, and I please critique me on this thing I'm about to say if you think it's wrong, but I think it's true. It's just a little fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking about how, like, in a lot of ways, I really can talk to conservatives about politics more easily than I can talk to Democrats lately. And it's for this exact reason, I think. Progressives, leftists, people that... I don't even know if I want to call myself a leftist. I'm just a person that doesn't want to put up with this shit anymore And I think that healthcare, shelter, and education are human rights.
Mm-hmm.
That's like what I think. We should all be able to go to college, have somewhere to live, and be able to go to the hospital, and those aren't worries. And so, anyway, a person who thinks that, I can talk to conservatives because I believe that there should not be homeless people.
Yes.
And that it is not homeless people's fault that they're homeless, right? A conservative believes that there should not be homeless people and it is their fault. A Democrat believes that it is not their fault, but that there should be homeless people.
Dude, that sounds like George Carlin. That was so perfectly worded.
They're so fucking capitalist that the way they act is like, well, there's always going to be homeless people. And it's like,
Right.
why?
Yeah, they go, we should put a bar in the middle of that bench so that a Democrat can sit there
Right.
instead of a homeless guy sleeping there.
Right.
We want a Democratic ass in that seat, not
Right.
a homeless laying flat. Can't have that. It's like, it's such a bizarre, it seems like Eric Garcetti's like he walks, he sees like a tent city, and he's like, whoa, 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 this is not a very diverse tent city. And he's like, we're thinking about painting, what do you guys think about if we paint a nice mural on near your tent city? And they're like, we want a home. We'll give you a mural. It's like, what are
Yes,
you
exactly,
doing?
exactly. We're gonna paint a picture of a house next to your tent. Fuck off,
How would
dude.
you guys like a drawing of some food? It's
Right.
like, great, man. This is
Yeah,
really
totally. We're not gonna help you, but we do believe in you. And that's why we hate Bill Maher, because he's like, new rule: make enough money to live.
I think we did a good job of informing and keeping it as light as possible for a
I
heavy
agree.
subject. So,
Also, maybe I will do that in stand-up. I don't do political stand-up so much, especially lately. But that thing about Democrats, I think maybe
that's very funny, and I that's good. You should remember that.
Y'all suggested some names for England.
That's right.
And we haven't read them at all yet. Let's do it.
And to our anti-immigrant listeners who just now have stopped pressing 15-second skip, we're about to read your suggestions for England.
I can't wait.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wow. At Johnny's Dog says, Cheerios in it. I mean,
Cheerios, isn't it?
Cheerios, dude.
Cheerios.
I think Cheerios is maybe what we should call English people. Yeah.
Cheerios.
Yeah,
Boy,
totally.
we're getting close to slurs, but it sounds fine to me.
We call the Queen of England the General of Mills. And
I saw a fucking Cheerio walking down the street.
fucking.
What you want, a sweep my chimney, Cheerio?
At Kick Acetron says, extremely old and incredibly colonizing. Oh, hell yeah. At Ario Damien says, America's dad.
America's dad.
But then says this, Pip Pipland.
Pip Lan. It's Pip Lan.
At Fake Jake Brown, who, by the way, is our former producer of this show. And only former because we budget cuts.
Budget cuts. Yeah. Due to the recall election, we have had some budget cuts.
No, I'm editing. I've been editing it, but we are sharing the editing, Caleb and I. Even though we want Jake to do it and he does a great job. Hold the Phone Comedy. HoldThePhone.tv if you want like comedy production, and I mean that. They're fucking dope, and Jake is dope.
Hell
we
yeah.
just stopped
Nice guy.
working with him for a bit because we wanted to get an office. That's why.
Yeah, hey, that's why join that Patreon, and we'll hire Jake again.
Truly, we want him back so bad. I don't want to do this.
We
work.
do.
But he says, "Don't be an arse to the Southern Hemisphere while drinking a cuppa in the dodgy ends." Oh, I love it. At Still Stalling says, "The U.S. with one less 9/11." Wow, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, more like 9/10. Man, they don't have 9/11 in England. Yeah, they just have Boxing Day. If you're not,
Oh, man.
if you're not,
Boxing
if
Day.
you're not watching the video, you didn't get to see me stare off into the distance after I made that joke.
Hey, I do it after every riff. It's good in the park. You get a lot of
Yeah.
distance to stare at.
Yeah, you got to watch this on YouTube because if you're only listening to the
Yeah.
audio, you can't see which types of guns we have in our mouths.
That's right. And you can't see which color pants we're wearing.
Yeah, for me, it's a British gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes blamity blam.
Yeah. Bang, bang.
The bullets go zingy wing.
Bibbly bobbly. Yeah. It's a really bendy gun. There's a lot of, it's real
I
floppy.
wonder what British rappers
Yeah.
say for their guns. Because you have blow.
Is that a
you got
Remington? No, it's
blap,
a
blap, blap.
Floppington.
A Floppington. My
Yeah.
gun goes flippy flap 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 flap. Flap
you're
flap
right.
flap. Clap trap trap.
Yeah, that's right. Rappers go blow,
gun.
blow, blow. But they go blop, blop, blop. Beep, beep.
Me gun goes oi 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 oi.
Oi, 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 oi. That's a machine gun.
Oh man.
Man.
Shout out to any British person that made it this far into the episode. It's very funny to us. We hope
Yeah.
you like it.
Especially since truly, Caleb's are good. And I don't, look, the thing is, I don't judge myself. I can't. I'm too old, and I really need to be happy so I can sleep at night.
Sleep is great.
I'm really actively trying to not be hard on myself because honestly, it just truly makes it difficult to live. And I'm just so exhausted from extreme depression for so long that now, like truly, I actually feel this way. I've been happier lately, and I think it's because I'm too tired to be sad now. I'm finally just like, oh my God, I've been doing this so long. I can't be that bad. I just can't be that bad.
You're great.
I got to be at least, well, that's nice.
But
Thanks,
Too Tired to
Caleb.
Be Sad is a good album title.
It
It's a
is.
very good album title.
If you're not 38 yet, I'm sorry, because your 20s and with depression, woof, you still think it is real and good and that you have to. And I've got it. It's chemical. It's in there. But I'm
Yeah.
really starting to think like, anyway, my
Go ahead.
impressions are bad. I'm worse at voices than I used to be. And I'm just saying that to say, you can't possibly get too offended by our British accents because mine are so bad.
Well, and it's to me, it's like karaoke. Like if it was really good, I'd be a little annoyed.
right.
It's
It's like,
supposed
what
to
is
be
this,
funny.
Bob's Burgers?
Yeah, I don't want it to be accurate. I just want it to be funny, and as long as it's funny, it's good.
Right. Anyway, you're all of you are your name is like Floppy Shitcock or whatever, and your country sucks. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, totally. Football door frame. That's all your names. Hey, what's up? I'm Jimmy Grass. I grew up in Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Birmingham. Yeah, you say everything fast. Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Yeah, I like badminton because I own a shuttlecock or whatever.
Shuttlecock. Shuttlecock.
Yeah, Dick Minton and my sucking
Dick
cock.
Minton.
And
My favourite dish to make is dick mittens. Who wants a fresh hot dick mitten in their tea?
my hands are freezing, but my dick is warm as a I couldn't think of something that's warm as a cider.
Oh man.
Ugh.
This is our best episode.
Billy Bonnell said East Ireland. Wow, that's funny.
I like East Ireland.
I like Billy Bonnell.
Funny guy.
Evan Nix at Drink of Water says Mommy Land. Wow.
Mommyland.
That's funny, dude. At Boogeyman Weather said Europe's shame. Oh, boy. That's great. Shameburg. Shamingham.
Shaming him.
Shamingham Forest.
Shaming him.
Yeah.
Big loud plane. We got a
It's
bunch
so
of good
funny
ones for
that,
this.
like, yeah. Is the Sheriff of Nottingham the only sheriff that ever existed in England, you know?
Yeah, that's why there was so much poor people.
Isn't it like a barrister normally? Or like
Barrister. The Sheriff of Nottingham. The barrister.
I will say
of
cops
Liverpool.
should be called bobbies. Isn't it great?
Oh, hey.
In England, cops are called bobbies and they can't own guns.
Oh, they show up with a stick and go, "What's going on?"
They're just bitches, dude. They're just little fucking. The country is like, okay, you want to make 50 grand a year? Well, you got to wear a reflective vest. You can't fight for yourself, and you're called a bobby. How badly do you want to be a fucking cop?
I just wonder.
Your
so
car is yellow.
how long is the? Because you know how they go, "Oh, in America, you can be a cop in like a month or some shit."
Yeah.
I don't know the actual numbers. I'm sure that's inaccurate, but whatever.
Yeah.
In England, I'm like, would it be 30 minutes? They give you a stick and a hat, and they go.
I know.
I know how to use a stick.
Totally.
Oh, what do I got to run through some tires real quick? Run through some to climb that wall with a stick.
It's like my favorite detail about Kyle Ayers, good friend of the show. Kyle, do you know what his job was in high school? Do you know about this?
Was he an English policeman?
He was a British policeman. Yeah. yeah. Wow. Okay,
Foreign
well, I guess
exchange
I don't
cop.
need to tell that story. No, he answered his job in high school. He got from answering a Craigslist ad. He was a boat cop.
Boat cop.
15 years old.
Oh, wait, he told me this.
Boat cop.
Boat cop.
And that's boat cop.
Boat
cop
cop.
on a boat.
Boat cop.
Extremely boat and incredibly cop.
Incredibly cop.
Oh, boy. Well, yeah, that's what it feels like to be a cop. I also do mean that, like, they're covered in reflectors. They can't shoot at you. They're called bobbies. I feel like we do need to add a lot more variables to the job of police officer to make sure that you're doing it because you want to protect and serve, right?
Right.
You know, like once a week, everybody in town gets to make fun of you on TV. Do you still want to be a cop?
I don't know why it's not a lie detector. Like, are you corrupt?
Right.
The thing is dancing around there. Maybe not hire this one.
Do you think waterboarding is funny?
You know what I thought about the other day? I was listening to an Iraq War thing, and I was like, no one would laugh if a comedian said waterboard your kids.
Right.
But we can
Right.
beat them. So if you're like, I waterboard my son when he doesn't clean his room.
Look, you gotta waterboard your kids.
And they go, wow, it sounds like torture. And you go, huh? And they go,
Oh.
wait.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
that's torture. Then it had to be torture at Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, I waterboard my kids whenever.
I waterboard them.
Even if they didn't do nothing, I know they're going to do something. So I waterboard them.
Yeah, you say the F word once. You're getting waterboarded.
Why
in
can't
this
they
house.
wash their kids' mouth out with soap? I just pour water over them.
My parents didn't really abuse me. They did waterboard me when I was a kid.
That's like, damn.
Jesus Christ. They did hang me upside down in a well and slit right behind my ear with a tiny knife. And leave me there for a few weeks so I could
And that's if I
think about
didn't
what
make
I
all
did.
A's.
Yeah. My childhood, that's what the movie Silence was based on. Marty Scorsese.
Man, Marty. One of Marty's best meditations on religion.
Yeah, my parents were apostate priests.
Woo! Man, this episode got dark.
Yeah, dude.
But I like it.
Wow.
In the park.
Milk Lizard says London and Friends.
London and Friends. I like that.
I'm going to do just a couple more. There are so many. God, thank you all so much.
We love you.
Wow, this one's great. Darth Plato, repeat offender, writing into the show. At Darth Plato says, spotted dick. I feel like that's the one.
Spotted dick.
Spotted dick.
Spotted
He's a
dick.
spotted dick.
That gets my vote.
Yeah, dude. Okay. At Kota Otan says, white people land.
White people land.
It's true.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Here we go. Your old friend at I'm Clinton Jacob,
Love Clint.
Turd Teeth Island.
Turd Teeth Oh, man.
Oh, shit, dude.
That's so funny.
Oh, boy.
Clinton
and one
has been
more just
tweeting at me.
thrown in because it's an extremely incredibly.
Hell yeah.
At Sphincter says, extremely proud and incredibly gross.
Hell yeah. Thank you for the extremely, incredibly.
Damn.
Dude, where's my colonies? Did someone do that?
No.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah. Dude, where's my Jack?
Dude, where's my Ireland?
No, Jack. Dude, where's my Ireland? Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sorry for the past 1,000 years. It's really like we have a bad track record, but England's is fucking insane, dude.
Oh, I know.
Everybody that came across, they were like, we own this. And just one by one, they were like, no. Those people were like, no. And then
Yeah.
England always tried to keep it.
I think that's why they invented that pretend accent because no matter what, Germany's is just always going to sound a little like, oh.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on here. But Britain was like, what if we talk like the silliest circus people in the world? Maybe people will forget we conquered Earth a bunch.
It's so true. Yeah, Britain they was. I think we should always talk like we are a bouncing ball. We are a bouncing ball. And Germans are a thrown frisbee.
Germans are very...
Throw the frisbee. Throws a frisbee. Throw it. Keep it level. Throws a frisbee.
Oh, man.
Germans are a frisbee, and Brits are a ball.
And people from the South are a pie on a windowsill.
Yeah, totally.
We couldn't have done...
a pie full of bullets.
Well, we just renamed the South. It's a pie full of bullets. Thanks so much for tuning in.
So accurate, dude.
We didn't even mean to do that.
Wow. Yeah, the American South is just a plate of biscuits covered in blood.
Oh, we love you, South.
They're good-ass biscuits, though.
We love you.
We love you so dearly. Star Bar, Mondays.
Good episode.
Atlanta, Georgia, little 5 points.
That's right, little 5.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Other proper nouns. Damn.
Good
this
episode.
Was fun as hell, dude.
This was very fun.
I'm so happy to be back.
We're back, baby.
We got some surprises for you. I
Oh,
don't
hell
want to tell
yeah.
you everything we got in the office. We'll give you a little tour on the YouTube of the office.
So much fun announcements
Oh,
coming up. You're not even
man.
going to believe
We
it.
got stuff, dude. We got stuff.
Hell yeah.
And I mean that. I'm not just saying that because it's fun to talk.
Hell
Which
yeah.
could describe all comedians talking.
It's fun to talk.
It's fun to talk. extremely fun and incredibly talk.
One day we're going to have Brian Regan on this podcast. Just you wait.
Absolutely.
He's going to be on here.
Have you seen his This Is Not Happening?
Yes. It's one of the funniest things in the world.
If I tell you this story real quick, so This Is Not Happening is I got to do it. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's just like one of the TV things I've gotten to do. And I'm hemming and hawing right now because it's hard to talk about my TV credits without feeling like an absolute fucking douche.
Right.
But it's a thing that I did that I think is cool. Anyway, so it's like one of the cool things I got to do. And at my taping, this is one of the reasons it was cool. The other people taping that day, dude, obviously Ari, Brian Regan,
Holy shit.
who is the one and only time I met him. He wouldn't remember me, I don't think.
Yeah.
Brian Regan, Ali Sadiq, whose story was fucking nuts, dude.
Oh, everything he says is crazy.
I know. Julian McCullough, who I love.
Love Julian.
So much. And fucking Andrew W.K.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yes, dude.
Holy
Yes.
shit.
And he was the kindest person
Oh, of course.
I've
He's so
ever
positive
met.
and
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
But Regan, so they shot it at a strip club in Los Feliz called Cheetahs, and it's a tiny, tiny strip club, and they shoot it in the round. It looks beautiful, the show. And so there's no green room or anything in there. I mean, I guess probably is a room, but it's definitely not big enough for their purposes. So the parking lot and then part of the street behind the place is all blocked off for all Comedy Central's gear and they made an outdoor makeshift tent green room that was 2 tents together with a bunch of leather couches in them and a TV so we could all watch the tapings. So I'm fucking sitting in there with Andrew W.K., Julian McCullough, Ali Sadiq, and Brian Regan.
What
And,
a blunt rotation that is.
I know, dude. And Julian knows Brian from whatever comedy stuff, I guess. And they're talking, and I just said hi and like shook his hand, but I didn't talk much to him. And Julian's all fired up, you know, because Julian's so good at stand-up, but he's also very specifically good at storytelling stand-up.
Yeah.
And I could tell, like, I think this was a joke from his act that he had been working on, and I'd seen the story. It's so good. And he's like, you know, back there, he's like talking to everybody, and he's like, Brian, what's your story? Are you excited? And Brian's like, I don't know. And he was like, what do you mean? Brian's like, I don't know. I've never done this on stage before, and I don't know if there's going to be laughs. And we were like, really? And he's like, yeah, I don't know. Wow. And it is the funniest
it's amazing.
thing maybe I've ever seen.
And what a
Boo
story,
Sailboat?
too. Boo Sailboat.
It's about, just watch it. It's so, It's such a great. Yeah, the story is that he
So
was
interesting.
He was the brand ambassador for Stroh's beer while they were running the Stroh's beer mascot, which was a dog for president.
Yeah.
He was the dog's campaign manager.
Which is so interesting. It's like, how has this not been a movie?
Right.
You know, it's so
Yeah.
it's one of the most interesting things he's ever said, and he just. The fact that he was not confident about that is hilarious. It's like,
Yeah,
first of all, no one knew Brian Regan did this. No one.
Right.
And it's so hilarious and such a clusterfuck.
It was the biggest example I've ever heard of someone being like, I'm going to bomb. And then
Yeah.
he just put us all to shame.
Yeah, he's the funniest guy in the world.
And then, of course, like, dude, I was so nervous. I, like, basically blacked out. I actually am really proud of the story. I think I did well. I think they made it look really good. But I was, like, really, really scared. And because I was super sleep deprived because I was on tour. They like, gave me the date 3 weeks before I had to tape. And I had a 2-month tour that I was on. So I had to park my car at O'Hare Airport and cancel 3 or 4 dates and fly back to L.A.
That's insane, man.
Yeah, dude, I was so tired. I got in like a big argument with my roommate at the time, and I was just so tired. I honestly think that the sleep deprivation of that situation ruined a friendship of mine.
Wow.
And that's like not funny, but it's so insane that it kind of is. And anyway, it was just such a crazy weekend, and I was nervous and also super tired, and I like barely remember it, and I think it was good, but I like think that was me, right? This like sort of nervous wreck, just like doing his shit. Second ever TV network thing, I think.
Wow, yeah.
And then the other ones were Julian, who's like a pro.
Yeah,
Brian
he's the
Regan,
best.
who's famous.
Funniest guy on
I
earth.
think my girlfriend just drove by.
That's fun.
That is really interesting.
That's what's great about these park episodes. Is,
Wow. Funny.
We
And
just-
she does not know where we're taping, so
that's
she wouldn't know that we're
so
here.
funny.
She's just going somewhere. Funny. Also, the city is big, and she lives 20 minutes from here.
Wow.
And we're in a hidden part of LA. Anyway, so Julian Regan, Andrew WK, who's one of my favorite. I love.
I
him.
listen to Party Hard almost days.
It's crazy. What's my favorite song? What's the song that starts with horns?
Ooh, I don't
know. It's like I
I'm
Get
not-
Wet, that song.
Yeah, yeah.
I Get Wet. I listen to that song all the time. Anyway.
Big fan.
And then, so the only one of that group that I didn't really know that well was Ali Sadiq. And his story was about killing someone.
Wow.
And yeah, it was very funny to be like this sort of like junior comedian for all intents and purposes around that group of people.
Yeah, man. That's
Yeah,
dope.
dude.
That's
It
a
was
great story.
nuts.
We're going to clip that
Yeah,
and post
yeah.
it.
Yeah. I don't remember what we were saying before I interrupted with that Brian Regan story, but I love
Then we're
you.
going to have him on the podcast because he's the
Oh,
funniest
yeah,
guy in the
yeah,
world. That's
yeah.
our dream guest one day.
Boat Cop. We were talking about cops.
Boat Cop.
Bobbies.
Boat
That's
Cop.
what it was. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you. We love you.
We love you. Patreon.com/what's it called if you want more
That's
of
right.
us. Office Week is next week.
That's right, baby.
Send in your suggestions for Bill Maher Month. We're going to read your emails very soon. Next week, we'll be shouting out all our new patrons. Everyone who signs up gets a shout out on the show. And Bill Maher Month is going to involve a lot of reading your emails because I haven't looked in there, but I know a lot of you have thoughts and suggestions on Bill Maher, and I cannot wait to
Cannot
read
wait.
them.
Very, very
I know
excited.
you hate him like we do.
Thank God.
I know.
I
And-
believe in God more just to piss him off.
Totally. And man, that's ridiculous. We'll see you next week.
We love you.
Bye.
What's it called? What's it called?